Hey learners, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on centralization of authority. And in our another video, we will see decentralization. So let's start today's video. Centralization means that decision-making power and authority are concentrated at the top level of management. In a centralized organization, the higher management has the role, or you can say they have the power to take the decision, or they have the sole authority to make decisions, and lower levels only implement these decisions. So you can say the concentration of power is in the hand of top authority, and lower level people, they only follow the decisions which top level management make. So we can conclude centralization of authority means the power of planning and decision makings are exclusively in the hands of top management. All the important roles like decision making, planning, the rights and power, policies making, these power is in the hand of top executive or top management, and lower level management have to follow only the decisions or the policies or the plans which top level management have made. Now let's see the advantages of centralization of authority. Here the first advantage we have better control and coordination. Of course, the power is in the hand of top management. So here power is strictly in the hand of one person. Here it's easy to control and coordinate the activities of the organization because the rule making is in few hands. Since all decisions are made by top level management, it is easy to control and coordinate the activities of the organization. For example, in a company, if the CEO make all financial decision, it ensures consistency across departments. Like if your CEO has made that we have to do things like that, we have this much fund for completing this project. So here there is no other question. People have to follow whatever the CEO has made the decision. Second point, we have consistency in decision. As we know, when the power is in the hand of few people, or you can say the head of authority, uniform policies and decisions are followed across all departments. When one person make the rule, make the policies, and other have to follow, then here the decision become more easy. Here the policies and decisions easily flow from top to bottom. Like people, it is more clear that what you have to do, how you have to do, what sort of policies or what sort of decisions are already set by the top management. You have to just follow, you have to just do the task. Okay, here in this way, we ensure fairness and reduce conflict. We all know that if there is a chance that someone get more power, someone have more recognition, people start seeing or people start getting jealous from that kind of colleague. Like why you are getting more recognition, why you have more power to make rules, why I can't do that. So here some sort of curiosity generate and some sort of jealousy come up which lead to conflict. But when the policies are made by the top management, then there is no way or there is no chance that conflict or superiority sort of feeling will arise among colleagues or among employee. So you can say here consistency is seen, whether it's in the form of following the decisions, or whether it's in the form of practicing fair and reducing conflict among the people working within an organization. Third point, we have reduces duplication of effort. When one person is making rule, then other only have to follow that rule. There is no chance that the repeated task is implemented. Resources are utilized here more efficiently as decisions are streamlined, already made by the top authority, avoiding any sort of repeatedness or redundancy. Okay. For example, centralized procurement ensures all branches purchase material at the same cost, preventing duplication. If top management make the rule that you have this much budget, you have to buy from this place, you have to buy in this unit, then there is no chance that there will be any kind of duplication or any kind of error, because everything is already made by, or decisions are taken by the head management. So other only have to follow. There is no chance of duplication. Okay. Next, we have clear authority and responsibility. We all know, everyone knows who is responsible for decision making and implementation. Decision making is all done by the top management, and implementation, or the one who have to follow that decision, is by the lower level management. So here the authority is clear, the responsibility is clear, which reduces confusion and establishes accountability at each level. Last, we have economical in nature. With fewer decision maker, administrative costs are reduced, saving more money and time. When head of authority is responsible for making decisions, or making rules, or making laws, then you are literally deducting unnecessary cost of hiring experts, or doing some sort of extra research, or focusing on paying extra to someone who have some sort of superiority or experience. If the decision is taken by the head of authority, then other only have to follow the instruction, which is way cheaper in compared to a leader. The more authority you will appoint, the more higher salary you have to provide in compared to the normal employee. So if the decisions or the authority is taken by the head of the management, then you are deducting extra cost. That's why we say that it reduces the cost, it saves money plus time, because here the decisions are already made by the head of authority, head management, top management, and other only have to follow whatever the top management has taken the decision. So it become economical. Now let us see the disadvantages of centralization. Here the first point we have delay in decision making. Since all decisions need approval from top, it slow down the process, especially in emergency. In emergency case, not every individual can report to the top authority, because there is a chain. First you have to put the report, or you have to pass the report to the top authority, and then you have to wait for their response. So here you can see the delay in decision making. For example, a branch officer might have to wait for approval from headquarters to solve urgent customer issues, and maybe a customer will be fed up because customer can't wait for so long. So here, in case of emergency, of course there is a delay in decision making, which is a bad thing for the organization. So in case of emergency, you can say it delays the decision, so that's a disadvantage. Second, we have overburden on top management. Of course, if all the decisions are taken by the top management, then here the overload, you can say the workload on top management is too high. Automatically, if everyone is taking decisions from you, every issues are coming to you, you have to solve all the issues, then ultimately you have overburden of work. So this is another disadvantage. For example, a CEO handling both strategic planning and minor operational issues plus any employee conflict. So you can see so many work on top management in case of centralization. Third, we have limited autonomy for employees. Lower level manager and employees feel demotivated as they lack the authority to make decisions. In case of centralization, the lower level managers, they hardly have any authority, they hardly have any power, they hardly make any decisions. So here they feel demotivated because they don't find that their task is getting encouraged, they have any sort of power in their hand. So somehow they take that they are not valued in the organization, they feel demotivated, you can say. For example, a branch manager unable to offer a discount without approval might lose a potential client. Okay, like you know that client, if you provide them 10%, that potential client will definitely buy that the thing which you are offering them. But you don't have the autonomy, you don't have the power, you don't have that authority to take a decision that you can give 10% discount. Even if you give a 10% discount, you know that your company is going to make profit at the end, but still you need approval. So here you can say the limited autonomy is seen among the employees. Fourth, we have difficulty in handling large organization. In case of large organization, if power or authority or decision making ability or decision making authority is in the hand of top management, then as organization grow, it will be very difficult for top management to manage every aspect effectively. So here we can see, if a organization is large, then we can see so many issues when it's about centralized authority. So in that case, you have to literally bring out a team so that you can distribute the authority. But in case you don't, as we see in centralized chain of authority or centralized form of organization, then it become very difficult to handle large organization, as you have to manage lots of things. Like you have to manage the decision, you have to manage the overall cost of your resources, you even have to solve the employee issues, you have to even pay the employee salary, and you have to make decisions related to the strategies or upcoming things which you have to do in the future. Okay, so here it becomes difficult to handle, especially in large organization. Last point, we have lack of initiative and innovation. Of course, if the power is only in the hand of top management and other only have to follow the decisions or the policies or the thing which head of the authority has asked them to do, then we see that people work mostly like a robot. Whatever they are supposed to do, employee follow that decision. They don't show any sort of creativity, they don't show any kind of morale, or they are not motivated to do something new out of it, because at the end they know that they are not going to achieve anything, they are not going to get promoted, they are not going to get some sort of recognition or some sort of higher post or higher responsibilities. So they don't do anything as such to attract the attention of head of authority, because they know ultimately they are not going to get any sort of recognition or any sort of power in their hand. So they don't do. Everyone take their job as for granted. They keep doing the task which head of authority asks them to do. So here we see the lack of initiative and innovation. So yeah, this was all about today's video, where we have seen what is centralization, its advantages and disadvantages. I hope you liked the video. If yes, then don't forget to give a thumb up and let me know your opinion in comment box. If you want me to come up with another video, then let me know in comment box so that I can come up with relevant answer. Now see you soon with some more interesting topics in our another video. Till then, have a nice day. Bye.